Alright, let's go get started. Howdy howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sharkinbear, and welcome to the channel where today we're going to be playing some more of the Temtem Swarm demo that was made available over on Steam. Now, in our last episode, we actually managed to play around with the first unlockable character that you were able to use, and that, of course, was Platypet. Platypet, I've actually filled a little bit more of his skill tree out. It's a pretty cool tree. I like that character. Jives with me very well, but since then I've unlocked two other characters, with one more I believe available in the demo, but we're going to try and unlock that one as well as showcase one of the other two characters that are unlockable. That is Ori. This is the digital character right here. He has an ability called Mechanical Heat, which he launches missiles all around him, and his starter ability is called Data Burst, where it basically does like a little Mega Man Mega Buster, and he is actually the only character available in the demo who has a trait that's unique to him in the sense that it's a dash. Everybody else gets kind of like a passive like percentage upgrade. It does something or the other, but this one is more or less along the lines of being just absolutely phenomenal survivability when you can dash. It is on a fairly lengthy cooldown, however. I did unlock the ability to reduce the cooldown using different traits right here, as well as the distance that you covered. What was that one? Allows players to use dash. Maybe this makes it to where every character can use dash. That's pretty cool. And also the ability to reduce the cooldown that is also pretty cool, incredible. Increases number of mechanical heat and projectiles by 2. Okay, sounds like maybe we need to work our way up here at some point. I did get us an additional projectile because he does suffer from not having any sort of pierce. I mean, he does get pierced, but his abilities only hit like one target sort of thing so far as I can tell. But I have unlocked some synergies with him, so we're going to try him out. That being said, if you like this sort of content, you want to see more of the Temtem Swarm demo here on the channel, where you can find out what Inky does, which is pretty cool, by the way, and the Wendig over here, stand by and we'll check that out. Until then, let's go ahead and jump in right now. We're going to go ahead and showcase the first level, mostly because of the fact that I showcased the second level with Platypet originally in the first video. So we're going to go ahead and do a Seppuku here on this one. It doesn't seem to really matter which level you play as. The egg that you need in order to like unlock the next character seems to spawn on the map regardless of which map you play on, and it's at the 3-minute mark that we're waiting there. We might not necessarily go straight for the egg, and the only reason why I say that is even though I want to unlock the next character, increases the damage of digital type techniques by 10%. That's actually a pretty good one. The reason why we may not necessarily want to do that right off the bat is because of the fact we don't have a lot of wave clear potential with Ori right out at the start. As you can see, we're taking out these enemies right here, but very slowly. Let's see, grants invulnerability for a few seconds. I don't know if that's necessarily what I want to do. Actually don't know if I want to do any of these. I guess we're going to take hologram mostly because we don't have a lot of abilities with Ori. The last one, I actually managed to complete the entire thing with 3 abilities because we had not yet unlocked any additional ones. He gets access to a fire tornado as well as, ooh, what is this? 3 projectiles fall from the sky and crush enemies. I kind of like the way that sounds. We also got an increased fire rate. This isn't a synergy though. I think that if it was a synergy, it would show the little synergy symbol. Oh, okay, that is gonna be good. We're gonna probably try to max that one out. That attack looks pretty dope. Definitely gives us some more clearing potential. Let's go ahead and get fire tornadoes. And a fire tornado is exactly what it sounds like. It's a digital character, but he seems to be working around a feature called heat. Although, let's see, where does it say heat at? There is something that causes heat, and I guess I'm not reading this entirely correctly on where that heat comes from, but we saw mechanical heat comes from something. I'll have to check that out a little bit more. But we're probably going to get ready to get our first objective here. I believe the first objective drops around the 2-minute marker. So for right now, I believe we're actually the minute 30 is where we're going to see that pop up if my memory serves, which my memory never serves. I'm pretty terrible with memory, actually. We're going to see if we can actually, get our first objective rather quickly before the egg drops at the 3-minute mark. Okay, so it is a minute 30. I was right about that. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I forgot already what I was doing. That's how bad my memory is. Psych. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about the fact that I can remember it was a minute 30. We're gonna head over here. Hopefully by the time we get there, it'll probably be about the 2-minute mark. Seems to be pretty close to us regardless. And we should have this knocked out no later than 2 minutes 30, so that we can start working our way over to the egg. Now with this little crushing digital fist, I'm feeling a little bit better about what our chances are of saving the egg. I'm gonna go ahead and use my ultimate right here. I'm gonna go ahead and break this up. All right, cool. On time. We're gonna go ahead and take Data Burst. Get us another level up on that one. And I believe on our next level up, we'll actually manage to get a Pierce on that one, because that's the thing that's gonna really suck about this. It's either 2 projectiles or we get a Pierce. The Pierce is going to be really good because, again, this thing fires slow and it only shoots one little blast at a time. Although soon we'll also have an additional tornado coming out as well. We're going to go ahead and take up our other ability. No, we don't need Data Corruption. Data Corruption slows enemies around it and hits enemies that are near it. When striking an enemy, the projectile explodes and slows enemy terrain down. Yeah, see, I really don't know. I don't think that's super strong. This Fist from the Sky thing is pretty cool. As well as this ability to go invulnerable for a time. So about 10 more seconds and our egg will be up. It's probably going to start spawning in the top left. So I'm probably going to make my way in that direction. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get... well, we can't get Data Corruption. Ah, man, I really don't want to take any of these. Unfortunately, I don't have like a reroll ability just yet. Yeah, because this is going to make me choose something over that. I think I'd rather take the invulnerability. I'm going to take the increased pack sun gain. And there's our egg symbol up there, so we're going to go ahead and make our way there. We'll probably end up having to fight a boss, or like an elite at least, on our way over there. So we'll have to prepare ourselves for that. The good news is we seem to our ultimate seems to be on a fairly quick cooldown. I'm gonna go ahead and just like dance around it a little bit. I am waiting for the elite to drop because he is coming any moment. We're gonna go ahead and take. Okay, so this is 2 projectiles. Nice. Let's go ahead and take the Data Burst. What I would really like to see is Drill, which will allow us to basically more or less pierce through multiple targets. I can't remember if Data Burst gets that on its own, or if that's a feature that you have to passively get with a talent. Either way, we're going to make our way towards the direction of the egg. Our elite should be here any moment, and he'll drop a chest for us. It'll be really nice. He's going to bring a gift that we'll get upon receipt of his death. And that'll allow us to hopefully get the edge on getting this egg saved. It'll be really sad if we don't get the egg saved. Although I also haven't seen what the the synergy ability is for our Data Burst, and I would really have liked to have seen that already. But RNG is not with us at the time. Let's go ahead and take the next level into Turbo Attack. It gets a 20% increase in size. That's pretty nice. Go ahead and hit one of this basket over here. For the longest time, I thought you had to shoot those baskets, and I had my lightning guy Inky trying so hard to hit it, and I didn't realize that you can actually just break these by using your face and walking through it. So, I'm glad we know now. I'm a fan of using one's face to bash things in. There is the elite that we were speaking of. I got dash over here, and I'm gonna hope to just hit him as much as possible. unfortunately for us, we don't have any sort of piercing ability, so more or less any damage we do is going to be on the part of that data corruption, not data corruption, the turbo hit, whatever it's called, our big fist from the sky. We are going to go ahead and, oh, we got pierce on our weapon now. Okay, nice. That should help out a lot with clearing the table. He's taking a lot of damage. He was standing underneath our fire tornado. Oh, let's go ahead and dash out of the way. Dash being very useful there. And now that we are mano y mano, so to speak, we can go ahead and clear him out. Got some additional levels on the tornado. Got some of that packed sun. I actually believe it's actually called pan sun. But I've been calling it pack sun this entire time. I never wore that clothing line, so it never really mattered to me. But if it offends you that I've been calling this Pokemon currency pack suns this entire time, I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to go ahead and use the hologram, I believe. Get another level on that. The more frequently we can go invulnerable, the better off we will be. Just gonna walk through that dude right there. We got our egg. Let's see how lucky we can get. There's not a lot of enemies around us right now, but I'm gonna stand between here. I'm gonna go ahead and launch my ultimate here. We gotta hold off for 5 seconds. Can we do it? 3, 2, 1. Egg. We did it. Where'd it go? Is it Piggy Peck? It is Piggy Peck. And he is a wind Hashira. No, he's a wind Temtem. He gets Wind Blade. Wind Blast slightly pushes enemies away, and his ultimate makes Piggy Peck invulnerable and increases HP by HP recovery 2 times. And he gains natural health recovery every 15 levels. Alright then. Well, that's going to be a pretty interesting one to use as well. We'll keep on busting our way through all of this. And we'll make our way, because we do have 2 other objectives in the bottom right-hand corner to the southeast of us. The cool thing is, I believe we're also fairly close to leveling up our Ori here. I'm gonna go and dash through that line of birds that have come out our way. Oh, it looks like we get some armor here. I believe this makes us invulnerable for a time. Yes, it does. I'm gonna use that as an opportunity to blast faces, so that way I can collect XP later on. I'm hoping we can find ourselves a magnet. What was that thing? Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and level up our motherboard. Oh, that was I see. That was one of the ranged units. Oh, we have ourselves our. Ooh. You know what? We're gonna hold off on the evolution only because I want to see if holding off the evolution does anything for us. We got we got fire ray here. There's nothing that says that we can't replace this later. So we're still leveling up here. I'm gonna go ahead and take the. Yeah, it doesn't look like you get anything from holding off. The stats were staying the same. So we're gonna go ahead and take that. Might as well. And now we got 3 projectiles, I believe. We need to make our way to the southeast, but I'm gonna go ahead and collect all these XP. The one thing I've noticed, though, as far as like skills go, it doesn't seem that every character gets unlocked, like access to every piece of gear. Like, I've seen drill drop, which is the projectile gear that you can get, but I have not seen the utility belt drop for this character. And for like Inky uses a lot of lightning abilities, but he doesn't get access, from what I can tell, to the drill, so his abilities can't pierce, which is something that would be amazing on that character. We're almost at our first objective over here, and the cool thing is, as soon as we unlock this one, we still have 2 more objectives on the map. We were kind of dilly-dallying a little bit here at the beginning, mostly because I was trying to make sure that before I performed any of these little objective-type areas that we had the firepower to be able to stay in place and really just kind of put the hurt on enemies and not die so much. Because that would be unfortunate, right? We still have 10 seconds left here, and the enemies are definitely swamping us a little bit. The fact that we don't have a lot of AoE and are only AoE coming from that turbo smash ability, that turbo attack, that's just kind of sucky. Although fire rate can definitely change things for us if we continue to level it up. I am going to go ahead and continue leveling up turbo attack, if only because I want to get maxed out. I believe maxing an ability out is how you unlock the ability to have the synergy available to you. And I so much very would like to have that available to me. Alright, so we've maxed out our tornado. We've also got another 5% of damage towards our motherboard. And we're going to make our way to this cherry. And then we'll head to the east. We go and dash through there. Oh, unfortunately for us, we don't have a path to the south. But the good news is there's a cherry over here. Geez, that turbo attack is getting pretty chunky. I like it when they get chunky. Yep, the cherry is right here. That'll give us some health back. Let's go ahead and, you know, we'll go ahead and increase our fire rate. And we'll walk over to this objective. Alright, and alright, here's our objectives. Looks like we have another little elite at us one of the elites coming at us. He's gonna not make this easy for us. I'm gonna go ahead and cast our ultimate right here. We've got to stay within this little dojo area. We'll beat up some bad guys. Although it's gonna give us a lot of bonus XP, so that's good. I'll let him get hit by our digital attack. Let's go ahead and increase our fire rate. Oh, that's right, he does. I can stay inside this. Oh no, not anymore. Actually, we've completed the thing. Oh, I'm so glad we didn't get hit by that. There's going to be a lot of damage, I bet. But he's almost dead, so that's fine. Gonna go ahead and run past him, go this way. And he died on his own. I don't think I did anything to him at all. I think maybe he hit a tree with his face, and that didn't feel too good. We got fire rate 20%, and our cooldown is also increasing. That's nice. We already have our ultimate back up. That's great. I don't know what our chances of picking up that cherry on the way to our next place. But we should be feeling the effects of that fire rate. It's 15% faster is always a good thing. Ooh, we got a fruit. Alright, so we don't necessarily need to go after cherry anymore. That's good news. Next thing I would like to see is like a magnet. I'm sure I've already gotten one to collect all the money on the field. I'm pretty sure I got one of those earlier. Because we're leaving a lot of stuff behind, and technically we kind of gotta do that. Because of the fact that we don't have substantial area clear, or at least not the kind of area clear that I was getting with Plotty Pet at the beginning of the game. I feel like I just gotta keep moving way more than I was with Plotty Pet. And I think that says so in his toolkit anyways. I mean, why else would they give this guy a dash if he didn't have to move nearly as much? Like, you know, we did get some vulnerable shields, so that's nice. Gonna take this objective. Blow this crap up. I'm going to use my ultimate while we're here. Let's see. Go ahead and take the thermal paste. There we go. That is a magnet, is it not? I guess not. I don't know what that one's for. Oh, it's a freeze. I see now. I mean, that's still useful. Another cherry dropping, but we are good on health. Still want to try to break these as much as I can on the off chance that we find a magnet in one of them. This is going to be a Panson feast. So we're going to try to defeat as many enemies as possible to get the extra Panson. And luckily our turbo attack is just absolutely crushing all these hordes of enemies right near us. Alright, the event is finished. We have about 1:30 left before the boss of the stage shows up, so in the meantime, we're going to try to just stay as healthy as possible. I might go towards one of the cherries, just so that way we can top off in the case of. So let's head over here to the east. We do have our ultimate back. I do like that that's kind of like an acknowledgement. You can hear the Temtem that you're using kind of have some sort of like sound acknowledgement. It's not like an icon on the screen. I mean, there's an icon on the screen, don't get me wrong, but there is some sort of audio notification. Hey, your ultimate's ready. It'd been so easy for them to actually put a little thing up on screen that says ultimate ready. But I mean, they got a whole catalog of Temtem collectible creatures to talk about and play with in this game, so being that they had audio for all these creatures, I imagine that having them queue off when their ultimate is ready wasn't too far of a stretch. You know, I kept on relating this to Pokemon, and it is true this one is actually, you know, a very, you know, in that vein of creature collection. But if you've never played Temtem before, I gotta say, probably one of the best features about Temtem that differentiates itself from Pokemon is the sense that in Pokemon, in order to cast an ability, you had to have Pokemon power, right? The PP. And so you can only cast an ability so many times before having to rest at a Pokemon Center. Temtem is a little different. There is no system in the sense of having a certain amount of abilities you can use. Instead, every creature has a a stamina bar, more or less, and every ability that you cast uses a set amount of stamina. And the cool thing is, if you guard, if you pass your turn or whatever, you get some of your stamina back. And so there was like a way to regen that as you're playing through, or you could actually choose to use your stamina. It would do damage to you, but you would still be able to use those abilities. And it also, there were actually synergy abilities in Temtem as well, where you could actually pair it up with someone else's abilities, sort of like a primer and detonator. If you're familiar with what what Dragon Age had been doing in the last couple of years in Mass Effect Andromeda, with setting up an ability and then detonating it with another one, like in a combo. It's pretty cool. So we did get our victory here. We beat Sapanku, and I can't actually remember, was it Nessie? Is that the name of the boss? So it looks like Turbo Attack did not as much damage as I thought. Really? Okay. Seems as though we got Data Burst doing literally like 44,000 more damage. I didn't realize it was doing that much more than Turbo Attack. I was for certain that Turbo was the reason why I had won so much. It looks like we also caused 5,184 mechanical heat. Oh, that's our super. That's our ultimate. Okay. And we used it 7 times for a total of 207,248. We defeated almost 3,000 Tems. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and check out what other unlocks we got. So we got Piggy Peck, we got some Paxson, and we also unlocked the Synergy for Turbo Attack. We get to see what those synergies are, which is unfortunate for us. But that is going to wrap up this episode, I believe. The good news is, again, we did unlock Piggy Peck for future use. So that's definitely something to take a look at there in the future. Probably in our next episode, I am going to end up showcasing Inky, just because I really like this character. I'm really a fan of anything electric. So that being said, if you like the sort of content and you want to see more Temtem Swarm here on the channel, or videos like it, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, let me know what you think of the game, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Later.